Hello, Angela here, and today I want to talk about how to make your ex want you. Now, I know this sounds tricky, but the good news is that I managed to do it, so I know firsthand exactly what you need to do. Rather than ramble on about it, I'm just going to dive right into things. Number one, cut off contact. It may sound counterproductive to remove yourself from your ex's life if you're trying to make them want you, but believe me, it works. By cutting off all communication, be it phoning, messaging, meeting, or even commenting on their social media pages, it gives your ex a chance to miss you. Better yet, since you're not begging for another chance, it also gives them the chance to forget about all the negative things that caused the breakup and instead be left wondering how you're doing. When this happens, your ex is probably going to reach out to you, which brings me to my next point. Number two, be positive. When your ex reaches out to you, it's important that you show them how great you're doing. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be the case, but you at least want your ex to believe it is. Since humans are attracted to happy, outgoing people, showing your ex your bright side will make him or her want to be part of your life again. Better yet, it also shows your ex that you don't need him or her to be happy because you're doing just fine without them. This is crucial for making your ex want you and winning them back. Also, keep in mind that you may not know if your ex is checking in on you because they could very well be visiting your Facebook or Instagram without you even knowing. To pass along the same message that you're doing well, have your social media pages prepared for if your ex does decide to visit them. To do this, post photos of yourself with friends having fun, or even members of the opposite sex if you really want to get your ex intrigued. Share happy songs, uplifting quotes, the works. Just be careful not to overdo it or your happiness may seem forced. Number three, be unavailable. If your ex contacts you during the no contact period, it's important that you be unavailable and wait at least a few hours before responding to any texts, messages, or returning their call. According to Brad Browning's The X Factor Guide, if your ex texts you, wait 3 hours before replying. If he or she emails you, wait 24 hours. The point is to not give your ex the impression that you're waiting to hear from them. Instead, you want to convey that you're busy doing other things, even though this may not be the case. When it does come time to message your ex back, keep these three things in mind. First is to be short. If you write something long back to your ex, they'll think you miss them. Right now, you do not want them thinking that. Second is to, again, give the impression that you're happy. Don't come across as desperate and don't tell your ex how depressed you've been. Instead, use exclamation marks and tell your ex how busy you've been. Let them know that you've been up to, whether it's hanging out with friends or busy working. The point is to let them know that your life is still normal and that you've basically moved on. And lastly, make sure that you end the conversation. Why? Because you're busy and have to go. That said, don't be rude. Just end it with something like, well, I've got dinner out with a friend tonight. Maybe we'll talk later. Also keep in mind that it's crucial to let your ex contact you again. You don't want to appear needy, so leave it up to them to come to you. Number four, send the right message. When the time comes to speak with your ex again, it's key that you send the right message. Again, this is something that the X Factor Guide does a really great job explaining, but to be brief, there are certain types of messages that will make your ex want you. For example, the good reminder text. This is one of the first texts you should be sending your ex. Essentially, what you want to convey is that you are totally over your ex, but still think about them from time to time. It's designed to make you look thoughtful and happy, and your text message has a point to it. For example, you could text something along the lines of, hey, the Smashing Pumpkins are playing at the Playhouse next month. Thought you'd like to know because I remember how much you love them. Pretty innocent, right? Also notice a few things about this text. I use a few exclamation marks here and there. This is really important. Exclamation marks convey happiness, and a recent survey found that exclamation marks also increase the likelihood of receiving text messages back by 20%. That's a lot, so use exclamation marks if you want your ex to text you back. Another great thing about the good reminder text is that it doesn't force your ex to respond. In fact, it doesn't even ask a question. This is a good thing right now because you want to let your ex know that you're thinking about them without coming off as needy. When done correctly, your ex will miss you and will start to want you back. Again, these are all tips I learned in the X Factor Guide, which, as you've probably guessed, I highly recommend. Of course, the program elaborates on texting tips and whatnot much more than I am in this video, so if you're interested in learning more, then visit www.xbacklikeme.com/video. I'll also post that URL in the description below. Well, that's all the time I have for this video, But if you have any questions about what I've covered here, then please feel free to share those in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, then please take a quick moment to like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Well, that's all for this time, so until next time, take care.